Good evening and welcome to Queen Street. Mike, did you enjoy your break?
Break was lovely, yeah. To be fair, I'd like to say the weather was better than here, but it's having a bit of an heat wave at the minute. But yeah, I said I'd walk back through the door when I got home, and I did, and yeah, here I am, mad. Yeah,
So it's good to be back down here at Queen Street.
yeah. Obviously, listen, 3 years is a long time, and I don't need to bring up what we've spoke about before, but you get an affinity with a football club, and there's been a lot of hard work put in here. And yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing that in a capacity.
Do you want to just describe your new role now at the football club and what that
Yes.
entails?
Yeah, so like the club wanted to keep me on in some capacity, so they've created a role of football operations manager, and I've looked at it, and listen, you need a break from football, but the thought for me of stepping away from non-league football after I've had a good taste of it now was horrible, if I'm honest with you. And yeah, obviously, listen, it's the managerial merry-go-round at the minute, and there's been a few clubs drop me a message and test the water and stuff like that, but I genuinely just wanted a break from managerial duties because it's a 365-day-a-year job, and yeah, to get offered this role is really good for me, and I think it's really good for the club as well. I know I can play a really important part and build on what we've already done over the last few years.
Without going into too much detail, the role is to assist not just the first team manager, but the coaches in the age groups, and probably anybody else who needs to have a chat with you really throughout the club, and to utilise your recent experience and also your knowledge of the non-league scene.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's going to be nothing. It's going to be nothing different to what I was doing. Probably less of a role because I was doing all of the above and managing the first team, and I think that's probably why it got so tough. But things like that, just being of aid and just being able to have an input on things is it's second nature to me. Really, it's what I enjoy doing. And I'm looking forward to working with Dave and the ladies section, Azar, Coyle. I do it anyway, and I enjoy doing it. So why stop?
It's great to have you back on board, and with the expansion of the club and how it's going, I think the role was needed within the club.
Absolutely.
So I just think that your experience and what you bring to the club and your knowledge of the club is there for all to see.
Yeah.
So you are the perfect candidate to carry that out. So what does the next sort of few days, few weeks, few months look for Mike Dunn?
Well, I mean, it's going to be longer than a few months because once I commit to doing something, I'm doing it. And listen, let's be honest here. There are certain things that I've put out there that needed to change here. And to be fair to the club, everybody at the club, since I've been away, for example, the pitch refurb went literally straight away as soon as the last ball was kicked. So they're being proactive there. It's kind of what I always wanted them to be. In past seasons, we've had to wait a few weeks when they come in, or it's running a bit late now, and so on and so forth. The pressure's off with regards to the pitch now. We've got in nice and early and done that. So, I mean, that was a positive sign for me. I said that I'd give them my recommendations towards a manager. Listen, it was just a recommendation, but they've gone with that guy. So, naturally, I'm really pleased with that. Dave King's a top bloke. I'm sure you'll have seen on the Twitter response, Facebook, stuff like that. It's a very popular appointment, and I kind of knew that, and I'm really glad that listen, it doesn't matter how many recommendations you got. If you sit in an interview and you don't impress or you don't feel the right fit, then the club won't go with it. But I'm glad they felt the same way as me, and I think that's a massive positive going forward. And the parameters that the first team manager's working in now is completely different. There was various things that I don't want to go into that needed to change to give the club and the first team the best opportunity to go up. And the club has met that, and I'm really proud of them for doing that because it's showing ambition, and they've done it early. We're not waiting around, we're not waiting to see if we can get this manager, that manager. They've gone in, got the pitch done, sorted the parameters, sorted the manager, and I'm excited about the future now.
Just before kick-off, when the old music goes, you'll be tempted to walk out the tunnel and turn right, or are you going to sit up in the stand?
I'll be sitting up in the stand. I mean, listen, it might look a bit odd, but a lot of when managers step away from football clubs, first and foremost, they weren't sacked. It was my decision. But when managers walk away from football clubs, me and Dave were talking only yesterday, and you don't normally get this kind of handover and kind of friendship as well that we're building as well. And it's listen, I've known Dave since I started non-league. He's always done things properly, and we will continue to do that between us. Any help that Dave needs, I'm there to give him that, and that's something that I didn't have. So, you know, it can only be positive for the football club.
As I touched on earlier, with the growth of the football club, we will have new teams, new coaches coming on board, a raft of new players.
Yeah.
Do you see that you're sort of part of the glue that's going to sort of or connect the dots in that type of way to sort of from a board level below to create that football department?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Azar obviously with his development section, he gets them straight in from under sevens, and for me, as long as you set your stall out and your standards from the get-go, you can only have success going forward. And like I said, the club's grown massively, and Azar's done a great job. But every now and again, he needs somebody to kind of assist him and drive them standards home and stuff like that. People get sick of the same voice all the time. So like my job here now really is to align everything, make sure the standards are there across the board, whether that's female, male football, youth football, adult football, etc. So, you know, that's it. For me, it's a positive because they'll just be kind of like one direction with the football club, and that is literally as of now, and the club set that standard in what they're doing right now.
Mike,
Thank you, mate.
welcome back and all the very best.
Thank you.